We are live.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I hope you're having a good morning so far. I'm glad to be a part of your morning. Because we're going to have a good time today. Her name is Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And here's Brian K. McNeill.
And this show is called Let's Talk About It. And last week we had one of our veterans that's been rocking with this show for years ask us to do a show that we've done twice before at least, talking about how to declutter show. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
We'll be right back and we'll talk all about it.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeill.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to you each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like.
Good morning. So absolutely, today we are going to be joining you this terrific Tuesday discussing the decluttering of it all. We are actually focusing on the Spark Joy method, the Americondo method that was all the rage about 3 years ago, maybe a little bit longer than that, but it has definitely been an inspiration for some of the decluttering that we did. And I considered it and considered doing it again, but I don't know.
Why not? It won't be as big a pile as the last two times. I can tell you that. I don't think so anyway.
Yeah, I thought about it. And it's not as what do you call it to me? It's not as appealing. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. It's not as appealing to me. Here's why. We'll talk about the method, but I'm going to tell you beforehand why it's not as appealing. For one, it wasn't maintained easily. It wasn't easily maintained.
Just like neither is easily maintained cleaning the house. You got to keep doing it.
Yeah, so no, I didn't like that. There were some things that definitely the bless fit does it spark joy and and then release it that didn't really fit for me. The categories of did it spark joy and did you want to keep it? That wasn't enough. Let's tell what the categories are.
We are. Let me just say this too, because we're going to have to go from the beginning. Good morning, Dr. Deborah. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and I grew up in an era where we played board games, okay? And one of my favorite board games was Monopoly. Mm-hmm. Now, if you play Monopoly the way it's traditionally spelled out strictly by the rules, the game's going to take half a day, okay, or 3-4 hours. However, we weren't bound by Parker Brothers instructions. We made up our own rules too. Okay. To make the game, you can finish the game in less than an hour. Okay. For example, we allowed purchasing on the first row. You have to go all around the board first before you can purchase. We also allow moving of houses and hotels. Okay?
How do you do that?
Like before, when it comes to your turn, you could choose to move a hotel to another location that you own as well before you roll.
I don't think I ever bought any hotels.
I always did. And I bought as many houses and hotels as possible. And your games probably took a half a day. But me and my boy...
Longer. And we never finished a game of life.
Well, we did always because we were not bound by their rules. Like me and my boy Tony, we used to play one-on-one, and it was very competitive Monopoly. So what would happen is if you happen to have owned, say, some red properties and some yellow properties, right there in that corner between go to jail, if you own some red and yellow, what happens is if you own one or two of those, and then your turn came, you moved all your stuff to theirs, that location, so because you knew after their turn, it's going to be their turn next. And when they come to your murderer's row, and then once they get past your row, moving back.
I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
So we played like that, so the whole game be done in an hour. The reason why I brought that up and went down that long road is you just said the Spark Joy method not all of it fits for you. And I don't want you to be bound by the way it was spelled out.
Good morning, Katura. Yeah. Okay.
So we need to go ahead and explain what the method is, the whole thing.
All
Good
right.
morning, Katura.
So the Americondo Method itself is that you release or minimize whatever you have in your possession that does not spark joy.
Okay. So the way I understood that, so like if you're going to purge your closet, for example, you grab a piece of clothing, okay? And the way I look at it, understood it was if you haven't worn it in a year, and does it spark joy or not? Okay, now if you haven't worn it in a year, you're supposed to put it in a pile to get rid of.
Yep.
If it doesn't spark joy, put it in a pile to get rid of. If you have worn it in a year and it does spark joy, you put it in a pile to keep. Okay, that's it.
Okay. So there's actually, it's not by closet. It's supposed to be by house. Like the way she says you do the whole house, right?
I was using the closet as a place to start.
Absolutely. So as a place to start, if you're doing it with your clothing, for example, then there's actually a keep pile, a purge pile, a discard pile. So purge means that you can give it away or donate it, and discard meaning that nobody wants it.
You throw it away.
You throw it away.
Yeah.
And you're right. If you haven't worn it in a year, then you're supposed to either purge it or discard it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and also if it doesn't fit. Good morning, Arthur Lynette. We haven't seen you in a minute.
Girl?
How you doing? So now think about it. Is there anything that you haven't worn in a year that you're still wanting to keep because it sparks joy?
Yeah, there certainly was. There was just 2 jackets I had. One was a brown leather jacket that no longer fit me, and I hadn't worn it in years with an S. Okay, but it's a cool jacket. I was hoping to give it to somebody that I knew, like one of my sons, but they didn't want it either. Because it was an old school style jacket, but I thought it was the coolest thing. So finally, because first time we did it, I didn't get rid of it. But the last time I did get rid of it, and we donated it to Goodwill, is what we did. We took it to Goodwill. I had a burgundy leather jacket too that no longer fit me as well. And I hadn't worn that one in years as well. And I was same thing. I wanted to give it to somebody, but it didn't work. So we donated that to Goodwill as well.
Jacqueline says, morning, hallelujah, time to purge. I don't know if you're allowed to participate in this conversation because you got a battery case.
Stop messing with her. Stop messing with her.
She don't even have a junk drawer. She has a location for the batteries of it all.
I'm hoping Melissa Price will be here today. And if Melissa Price is not here, Melissa Price will get the replay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
Yeah.
She says, great morning to be great. Good morning, wonderful people. Good morning.
Good morning. We're talking about purging your home, clearing some space. One of the best things I did when Lisa and I were still really young in our relationship. And I think she grew to appreciate me so much for taking this stand that she needed to take on her own, but she couldn't take on her own.
No.
So I did it for her.
Not at
all.
I
think she appreciated me. Even to this day, you appreciate this act.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
You threw away all my shoes.
Right. Lisa had these 2 tall shoe racks right at the front door of her home. Okay. Now I had moved in with Lisa, and these shoe racks had so many shoes in them. Okay. They had a lot of, it was like this high off the ground. And a lot of the shoes, she wasn't wearing all of them shoes. The shoes she wore was on the floor in front of all these racks. So the racks were like kind of just display. And plus, some of the shoes in the racks were older. They'd be worn down a little bit. Maybe the straps weren't looking new. They looked a little bit older. So some of them were in disrepair and all of that. So they were all, you had to see them. You couldn't get around them. They was right in your face. So one day while Lisa was out,
Without my permission,
I did the loving act. And it was in sections too.
His life.
I did a loving act. It was in 4 sections. It was 2 sections that made this high. It was in 4 sections. So I just took a section at a time and put it in the dumpster. and another section and put in the dumpster. So I got rid of all of those shoes for her.
It was not good.
Which created room for her to get new shoes. So I thought it was an incredibly loving act.
No. Every time you bring that up, you risk your life.
Why, baby? I think it was a good thing I did.
Arthur Lindet says everything because it's mine. It's because of the memories I'm keeping it. Or he will go instead. Don't touch my stereo, Pierre. Not the whole stereo.
You got a stereo.
Stereo.
That's right. Beverly says, that is so funny. My mother called my shoes decisions. I say, yes, Mom, I have options in my life.
Yes.
That's right. Your decisions.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So we created room.
No. You made a decision that was not yours to make.
Did you appreciate
I
it?
didn't appreciate it. Who you trying to rewrite history?
You were happy about it.
I was not happy about it. He is trying to rewrite the history. Dr. Deborah says, I don't think that I have many clothes that spark joy. I think that I consider clothes on a need basis. I probably hold on to them because I keep thinking I may need to wear that one day.
Now that's interesting, Dr. Deborah. She says she doesn't think that she has many clothes that spark joy. Why not? Okay.
Well, Dr. Deborah hates to shop. And I think she only wears clothes because it's illegal to be naked.
That's true. But the fact that I've heard her say things about how the challenges of shopping because of her body, her height, and was up top and all that kind of stuff, right? So she has some challenges.
I have challenges.
And you have challenges
as well.
too. Yes. So that makes it not fun. I can imagine that not being fun. But the fact that not many of your clothes spark joy, my first thought, Dr. Deborah, when I read that, and you said, I don't think I have many clothes that spark joy, that made me think, okay, she needs a new wardrobe that sparks joy.
Yes.
That's where my brain went first.
Absolutely. So, but here's the other thing with clothes, right? So again, going back to the whole 1 year, the whole does it fit? Ugh. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So for me, I have dresses that are seasonal or occasional dresses. Meaning my gowns, particularly my gowns. My gowns, I don't really wear them all the time. Actually, I probably wear them more than most people, but it's not something that I can say I'm going to get rid of because I don't wear it in a year.
Yes, but you should though, right?
That's what the Americondo Method is. But I'm not going to, as long as I can still fit it, I'm not going to get rid of it.
That's probably why I got rid of your shoes.
That wasn't your choice.
Yes, it was. I was your husband. I'm going to keep bringing it up because
not my husband.
Arthur Lindet said, yes, I was. Arthur Lindet
was not
yes,
my
I was.
husband
Yes,
yet.
I was.
No, it wasn't. You were still on trial.
Whatever. Arthur Lindet says, do not touch something that belongs to a Capricorn. We do not forget. She actually she's all the Capricorn's representatives. It's almost that time, Capricorn season. Girl, you got 12 more days before that starts. We're still in Sagittarius season, and I happen to be a Sagittarius. So bow down. Sagittarius season. Bow down. We talked about decluttering. Decluttering. Every time, would you agree with this point? Whenever anyone declutters, not necessarily my household, your household, when you do get rid of stuff and declutter, don't you at least have a moment or two where you appreciate the space? You appreciate open spaces, appreciate the cleanliness of it.
No. Dr. Deborah says, I would probably have to do the does it fit method. Keep it utilitarian. Stop trying to wait until you lose weight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
That's
I don't necessarily keep things that don't fit because that definitely doesn't spark joy. When I put on something and it doesn't make me happy because I can't fit it, can't close it, can't whatever, then it's got to go.
I've done much better on that in the last few years. I've said, people have said to me in front of Lisa a few times, Brother Brian dresses well, okay? Because I started buying clothes that fit right then. Now, I was that victim thinking I'm going to get back in shape and I'm going to have to buy more clothes. But the beautiful thing when that happens, just buy more clothes. only buy the clothes that fit. So yeah, I'm encouraging that. If it doesn't fit, it's got to go.
You must have quit.
It's so easy to say that, but a quit's not the right word there. If it don't fit, make it go.
Time. Let it go.
It's got to go. Okay.
It's
gotta go.
TikTok, B. That's right. Jacqueline says, you got rid of her shoes. Oh my God.
Not all of her shoes. Just the shoes that was in those racks.
My ex threw out 12 pairs of shoes. I was taking to the shoe shop. Lord help me. After I cried, I had to ask God to help me not clock them every time I saw them. Never got those shoes replaced. Some people buy souvenirs when they travel. I buy shoes. The shoes were from all over the country. Brian, why do you have to make me remember?
I'm sorry to make you remember. I'm sure it was more than 12 pairs of shoes I threw away. It was probably like 28, 30 pair.
It was 36 pair.
36 pair. Okay. I'm not sure.
Yes, I am. Because that's how many cubbies it was. As a matter of fact, you threw away some shoes that was in front of the cubby on the floor. So here's the thing. At that time.
I did not.
Yes, you did. There was some on the floor. So here's the thing. So I am considerably short. I'm 4'11", right? And at the time, I would wear considerably high-heeled shoes. I don't wear them. I'm off of the soprano heels. For those of you who know, I went
She's broken that down to me before.
I got off of the soprano heels. I'm now down onto the alto. Forgive me. Once in a while, I wear the motherboard shoes, but I did keep flats, right? But they all matched. So my soprano heels were 4.5 to 5 inches high. And then they had a matching ballerina flat. And he incidentally hates ballerina flats.
I don't like them at all.
He hates ballerina flats. I had teal patent leather ballerina flats. I had teal patent leather high heels, stilettos. And they coordinated. Every pair had a pair. The black patent leather, the black suede, all of the I could tell you what you got rid of. Actually, all of the heels matched the flats, and he didn't just get rid of the flats, which he did not like. He got rid of the heels and the flats. So I had to start from scratch, and that was actually part of the time that I came down off of the soprano, went on into the alto heel because I had become a woman of a certain age. And then I also actually solicited some wedges because he got rid of my heels. So it's his fault.
I think it was a good thing the more I think about it, actually. Dr. Beverly says, I have outfits that I bought when I was homeless. I had to make sure nobody knew I was homeless while I was yet working in the school system, CMS. So I never wore the same thing twice, not even shoes. So where is it? I lost my place. So I never want, not even shoes. So now I don't have to buy anything unless I really want to. And it's only going to be for a special occasion. Hint, hint, like a boat or a beach or a wedding. You get the picture. Yes, we do. Now, here's one more thing, too. I appreciate that, Dr. Beverly. I believe that we always have to keep buying clothes. You do. You have to keep buying clothes. Because your clothes get worn out or whatever. They get
worn out, they get out of style, and they get out of size.
Yeah, worn out, out of style, out of size. Mm-hmm. You have to keep buying clothes.
Also, Lynette says, Brian, I don't know about you. Men give us our credit. I don't know about you, but men give us our credit for helping you coordinate. And she's giving you a fire emoji, and she's telling you a smack in the face emoji and a bruh. Like, bruh.
Sis.
Bruh.
Sis.
Bruh.
Sis.
You don't know. You don't know how blessed you are to still be alive. 36 pairs of coordinated shoes, and I had some
that many, baby. But go ahead. You said it was 36. Go ahead. I got rid of them, and I thought it was the right thing to do. But we're talking about decluttering today.
And the Americondo method is the spark joy method. It is.
No, you're not. She goes, no, I'm done buying clothes, but I did buy a poncho from Carolyn the other night, and it's gorgeous. She talking about Carolyn, Madam CJ. I'm sure it was gorgeous. She got good stuff. Madam CJ got good stuff. But you're not finished buying clothes.
Felicia Gardner said, especially underwear, you can never have too much. So that's one area that the Americondo Method. So not only is it keep and let go of, right? So when you got holy underwear, it's time to let it go. But she also has a folding method that does not seem to work for the underwears to me. Although I have tried it for the t-shirts, and I realize that I don't really like t-shirts enough to keep t-shirts. I don't have them enough.
I got t-shirts.
Yeah, he has millions of them.
I don't got no millions, baby. See how you exaggerate?
Yeah. But so here's the thing, underwear. All right, here's a TMI statement I'm going to give you now. Just hold on to your seat.
Oh, Lord.
So with underwear, ladies, you all know that there are different types of underwear for different times of the month. There is regular schmegular everyday underwear. There is period underwear, and there is date underwear, right? So I would be happy to get rid of my period underwear and almost have, hey, Fallon, you came just in time for the period underwear. So
I'm so glad Fallon's here too. Because I was looking for her name, but I'm glad she's here today. Go ahead.
So with the period underwear, I was excited in anticipation. I got up to 7 months ready to get rid of those underwear. Woo! And my period came back. And those big ass underwear with the double pockets and the extra absorbent, they came in handy. So I'm glad that I did not get rid of them, but I did have them on hand because I needed them.
Okay. I could have done without that story. But Sister Fallon, I'm so glad you're here. You reminded me, Fallon. I finally got it done yesterday. Just yesterday. I'm so excited about it. I got my BEST program, the Basic Essential Sales Training Program, packaged and published and made live yesterday. Okay, so finally I got a product where people can get it. The Basic Essential Sales Training, or BEST, or BEST Sales Training, is what I consider the essential principles and the essential skills that are necessary in order for you to sell yourself and your services better than ever before. I know the people that take this course are going to move easily to the six-figure area. They're going to start making this comfortably 6, 8, 10, 12 grand a month easily because of what they'll learn how to do. The basics that they have to have, the basics. But and I'm going to charge for it too. I'm going to charge $997 for that package, right at $1,000. And I'm going to go officially launched on January the 3rd. January the 3rd. Today is now the December the 14th, which means I still have basically 2.5 weeks left. And in this 2.5 weeks, what I'm looking to do is have what I call beta testers. Beta testers. Beta testers are going to take the course and write me an honest review of it. Now, the beta testers, they're not going to pay no $997. My coach told me beta testers should pay 10% of that, which is $97. $97 for a course that's selling for $1,000 is what I'm offering it for. Fallon raised her hand last week saying she's interested in being a beta tester, but it wasn't ready to give to her last week. But now, as of yesterday, it is. It's betteratsales.com, or I can send you something directly now that I found you again. But I'm so excited about it. So if you know of someone who earns $1 based on how well they sell, there's so many prerequisite things I wish you guys knew. I'm going to encourage you because we got 2.5 weeks to become a beta tester. Someone to try my program at their own pace. It's 7 sessions. It's 7 sessions recorded, and you can do it at your own pace. You can do it on demand, and give me an honest review, and you get it for just $97.
So Jacqueline says, I wore stilettos as well. Mama J did hair in my heels, and they all matched several outfits. 36 pairs. I cannot even.
What are you talking about? We missed a lot of time.
I'm going to it right now. She is like, can't believe you got rid of that many shoes.
Who's she?
Jacqueline.
Oh.
Felicia said, especially underwear, you can never have too much. And Jacqueline says, I declutter every season, everything. Wow, Brian, this is from Katura. I'm not sure you would be as joyful if Lisa returned that favor.
I don't know. I don't even know if I thought about that.
I don't get rid of your
Katura.
stuff without your. I was gonna say permission, but that's not. Without your input. Fallon says, I didn't get an alert for some reason today. I don't know what happened. Everything was sent off. Everything.
Oh, so you get alerts. The show is Monday through Friday, but some people get alerts and look for the alerts. That's one thing the world needs more of. Alerts. Because people want to get alert. We need more alerts. You know you want to laugh.
Dr. Beverly says, now see, if you get with the pad, man, you wouldn't have to worry about the monthly set of underwear. Nope, that's not true. I'm telling you, I get it. I get it. And I use my what do you call them? Oh my goodness. Anyway, my Padman pads.
We're not taking the show there.
We don't have to.
God.
She says you must be talking about perimenopause. I'm talking about something that's of the devil. Anyway,
I never heard the term perimenopause before.
It means psych. You thought you was finished with your period.
I can imagine what that means. I could have gotten that from the context, but that's a term I hadn't heard before.
Well, it's not fun.
I have found that I have over 100. Dr. Deborah Dunstan. I have over 150 pairs of underwear and over 100 pairs of socks. They all kind of spark joy. 150 pair of underwear.
I don't have one pair of. No, I have one pair of socks.
And 100 pair of socks.
I have one pair of socks, and for the rest of the time, I use
my socks. But she was in a lot of her adult life was up in the DC area, so I can imagine why you have more socks up in there.
Fallon says, I'm a board certified women's health MP, so this combo is normal to her. It is a normal conversation.
We talking about
your period today. Over 50 and how you are looking forward to getting rid of your period panties, but they remain.
The door is right there.
What you gonna do with the door?
Leave, use it.
It is what it is. It was not fun, and it is what it is. And I'm grateful that I had
Cricket's got worse.
The Padman's pads, but I have to say I don't know what happened. I don't know if the flow was extra heavy, but I was all over the place. Anyway, it was
really,
extra.
Lisa?
It was extra. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was a horrible experience. Look at your face.
I'm ready for you to get off this topic.
So,
golly.
Going through the Spark Joy experience minimizes. So here's what else I don't like is you're minimizing what you have. Sometimes promotes shopping.
Yes. Yeah, that's good.
But I don't want to shop.
We talk about how to declutter. Okay, and one of the methods is a method called the Spark Joy method, and the criteria are if the piece that you touch does it spark joy or not, or have you worn it over a year or not? Okay, now I'm using clothes as an example, but it could be any piece of furniture in your house.
And I got so much stuff.
Yeah, you got so much stuff. You could do that. Now, at least and I have done this twice. We purged twice, and I think both times was in December. And the first time I was so impressed with how much stuff we were willing to get rid of. We had a huge pile in the living room.
Well, that was when we first combined our lives.
Combined our stuff, and we got rid of Dr. Beverly, should I tell you?
Menstruation,
yes.
Menopause.
I get it. Men, I get it. Like sex, Brian, is a part of life. I get all of that. Okay, but anyway, we've done it twice. And what I found, we've had sex twice since we've known each other. Yeah, twice. The first time was on the first day. But anyway, since you want to start something, let's see. She don't like me to tell that.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yes, you did. She talked me into it, y'all. The first day we met, she had spent 6 hours watching me to do a sales training, and we had 2 meals together at a restaurant.
And we had been in an entanglement for a long time.
Yeah, we have known each other for a while. We even prayed with each other for the first day we met in person. Let's get it on. But anyway,
Can't believe you. But yes,
I was gonna say, because y'all keep playing with me. So I think the key to purging is one word. And the word I told it to Lisa this morning. I think the key to purging is the word ruthlessness. You got to kind of get ruthless with your own self.
I don't know what that says.
She goes, Brian, you hit it already. Had sex with her before you touch the stop playing. I don't get what that means either.
I don't get it means. So being
I'm in stream Zoom. So.
We're back. I don't know what happened. I don't know how we got lost there, but hopefully you can see us now and hear us now. We're moving again.
Looks like it. Not caught up over there yet.
Yeah, we're coming back. Okay. So I don't know what happened, but anyway, the Americondo Method is really about being ruthless. It is. Dr. Beverly says, correct it. Brian, you had sex with Lisa in your mind before you touched her. Stop playing.
Not true. Because I wasn't going to have sex with her the first time we got together. I wasn't going to do it. I thought she was special right away.
I was special.
Yeah, and I wasn't going to do it. But she had other thoughts.
Lies. The lies you tell. The lies you tell. I jumped your bones.
Well, you didn't jump my bones. You seduced it.
I seduced him.
You made sure it happened.
Now.
I had to make a choice. I had to be like, all right.
It's really.
I have to, and I don't want her to feel bad. Her advance is not working. I got to go ahead and handle this thing. So I did.
Did you hit yourself?
No, it's a hair bump, baby. It happens from time to time.
I never seen people.
You've seen me with hair bumps before.
No.
You hadn't seen this one.
No.
Mm-hmm. But in shaving, it happens from time to time. And it typically happens when I go too long in between shaving and then shave again. So got a hair bump, but it takes a few days and it'll be gone.
That looks painful.
Yeah.
So Fallon is laughing now. I don't know why.
Yep.
Jacqueline says, I buy extra because I'm always giving things away to others. Always new. I love a blessing. So my declutter is one way to do my offerings. Last week, Wonderful. I decided to declutter my skincare and hair care products, and I did buy great products. Moved to my new home and have no room for all of it. And several people are going to get some great Kwanzaa gifts.
That is such a great thing. Sister Jacqueline, what I picked up out of that is you use declutter to be a way to be a blessing to other people. Wow. It's still good stuff, but she's taking up space in her home. If she took some of that stuff to a homeless shelter, oh my God. Okay. Or even just whoever she blesses for Kwanzaa. But that's a great idea. Use decluttering.
Whatever, Couture.
I've never seen both of you blush at the same time. This is beautiful. I never blushed before. My skin just never worked that way. I never blushed. I never had a hickey. I mean, no matter how they tried, my body doesn't hickey and it doesn't blush.
Yes, it does.
Nah, I don't.
Couture says, I believe you, Brian.
It's what happened. I'm telling you.
Whatever.
It's what happened. She had been watching me work all day. She goes, I got to have it this evening. Felicia said, it's hard, but we have to let go. If some of our things. But once you do it, you feel better because you have more space and things look so much better. Yeah, exactly. Sister Jacqueline says, Brian, I have done that as well. What, you seduced the dude, decide you're going to get it and just went and got it? I'm sure you have. I'm sure every woman on here has.
Finish with you. I don't know.
I'm sure every woman on here has picked a man and decided you was gonna get some and did. I'm sure that's happened. I don't believe every single woman on here has. Sister Fallon said, "Yep, of course you have. Of course you have." Katura, "Yep, of course you have. You picked somebody and decided you're gonna and did. Of course you have."
I don't know.
Let me get the rest of the yeps and the yeses. Come on with them. The rest of y'all fess up. Sister Jacqueline has, Fallon has, Katura has. The rest of y'all fess up. Come on.
Sister Jacqueline with the twins says, "Behave, Brian. I'm a virgin."
Whatever. With twin daughters, yes. Of course you have, Dr. Deborah. That's right. Come on, Sister Felicia. I know. Come on. Stop playing. That's my girl.
Horrible.
Of course you have. It'd be ridiculous not to. In my sales training, I especially asked this.
It would be ridiculous not to. Why?
At some point. Of course, you got to live life. In my sales trainings, I very often ask women, have any of you here ever gone on a date with a man that you initially said no to? Okay. And then I put a ring on it. Exactly. Because it was a prize. I knew there was nothing better than Lisa, so I put a ring on it. Okay. But all women, I'm asking you guys, have you ever gone on a dinner date with some man that you initially said no to? Maybe you said no to him more than once, but you ended up on a date with him. How'd that happen? He decided he wanted to date you, and he kept hanging around. He stayed in the game in a pleasant way, and eventually you relented. Okay? Of course you have. That's things happen to every woman, just like every woman, I believe, has at some point decided, I want to get him some. Whatever, Dr. She goes, "No, I didn't. I was one of the shy ones. I lived," come on, she about the front.
"A sheltered life, and I was scared, but I had some good friends that did some crazy stuff around me, and I thought they were sick. Anything goes." That's crazy.
Now, you're saying, Dr. Beverly, you never pushed up on a man before? You never decided? You never flirted or nothing? Come on. I'm about this close to calling bull on that.
Felicia said, "Especially if that's your husband, it's yours. So when you want it, you know just how to get. He has no choice but to give in."
He will have no choice but to give. Marital bed is not defiled. Did Sister Felicia Gardner fess up yet and say she has? Did she confess yet?
I don't know.
Okay.
Katura said, "I married him."
That's right. She married the one that she decided to do that with. So did Lisa. So maybe, ladies, if y'all did that more, it worked for Katura and it worked for Lisa.
Dr. Deborah said, "I like making my own decisions. I love it. Make your own decisions."
That's right. On the man. Well, we heard a powerful speech by Sister Michelle DeWitt about how before she got saved, how she was in the clubs, in the nightclubs.
Jacqueline said, "Believe it or not, I married as a virgin." Wow.
I can believe it.
And Dr. Beverly says, "Flirting is something totally different. Everybody has flirted. Me personally, I'm a big flirt. But first time, no thank you."
First time, no thank you. I don't know, Dr. Beverly. You're not a kid no more. You over 50. Come on.
I had not just met him on the street.
No, you didn't just meet me on the street. You knew who I was. You knew who I was for weeks. Okay, but that was the first time we met in person.
Yes.
Okay, the first time we met in person, Lisa said, "Woo, I like that. I'm getting Lisa up."
The fooled you.
Oh, man.
So are you going to try the Americondo Method? Are you going to try to get rid of some things in your life? You may find that they're not serving you. You may find that some of the stuff that you're holding on to is not serving you. Now, I do a what do you call it? A mini Americondo at least once a quarter when or maybe twice a year when I'm changing out my winter to summer clothes.
Read Dr. Deborah.
Or summer to winter clothes. Good morning, LaTanya. Dr. Deborah said, I actually met my first husband as a virgin, but I decided that I would sleep with him. Well, okay.
She says she likes to make her own decisions. Oh, good morning, LaTanya Blackman. You're in time to get our greeting jams in. We were talking about decluttering today.
And fell off the wagon somehow.
But we've devolved into women who have decided that they're going to get something and pick the man out and did. Okay? They chose who they're going to get. Have you ever in your life picked someone out, you decided you're going to get something from him, and you went out and made that happen as a woman? Of course you have. Of course you have. Now, Katura and Lisa and Dr. Deborah now, they did that move and ended up with a husband out the deal. She just jabbed me. Y'all saw that assault? I'm already sore.
You'll be sore.
I'm still sore from last week. Like when I sneezed, this whole side hurts. And when you just jab me, I realize I'm still sore from when I fell last week.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. What's the title? The title is Decluttering.
Decluttering, the Americondo Method.
But we start talking about women that pick a dude and go get some.
Dr. Deborah says, although I had never been with a man, I saw him out of my college dorm window. Uh-oh. And I said, I think I want that. Okay.
Thank you for being honest. And how refreshing is that? She hadn't been with a man before, but she saw him out of her college dorm window, and she decided, I think I want that. She saw something she liked. Y'all talk about decluttering in another way from Sister Fallon.
Dr. Beverly, and even now, I'm real particular about who I want touching me. You could look good all day long and feed me a compliment, but you can't put your hands on me too quick. I'm funny acting, and don't mind saying so.
And it's just certain things I just don't do and won't do. I like attention. I love compliments. For me personally, the attention and the compliments help me declutter the negative stuff that I've endured. I use it as manure and watch stuff around me blossom.
I love it.
Of course, you're a mature woman. You're not just going to let anybody touch you, and especially not, and there's just stuff you ain't going to do no more or do it again at all. Okay, of course not.
That's right, LaTanya. It was decluttering. She said, I found a man and it went for it.
And went for it. Him. Okay, decluttering and found a man and went for it. I thought you was about to say that was the case with Sam. You found him and you went for it.
Brian is just trying to throw everybody out. Anybody
that wants to be under the bus,
get under the bus with me.
I'm not trying to throw anybody anywhere. Lisa, you're not under the bus when you made your move, okay, baby? It's cool. We married.
We're married now.
Okay.
Sonny said, I went after a guy and was rejected. So no, I don't go after men. I had a whole coming for me, though. I had a whole lot coming for me, though.
Of course you had been coming for you. But after one guy rejecting you, you decided you out of the business of going for men?
I think women were brought up differently. And I'm not talking about, just the not being. I think that we were brought up we were giving rejection. We weren't taking rejection.
I guess not. Jesus.
Because that's why I think about guys all the time.
That's a major difference. We don't let rejection throw us at all. I mean,
you're taught you're going to be rejected. So keep asking.
It doesn't matter. Okay. And even if you get slapped, it's just a part of the game. So. That's so funny. LaTanya, she went after a guy and was rejected. So nope, I don't go after men at all. Oh my gosh. All right.
LaTanya said, I don't take rejection well. Sam came for me. I think a man should find her. Absolutely.
I get that. I get why you think that way. That makes sense to me. However, ladies, why you elbow me when I just said however? That's all I said was however, and I got an elbow. Y'all seen Lisa beat on me this show.
Oh my goodness.
She's hit me. She's elbowed me. She smacked me twice. It looks funny on camera, but she's hit me on my face. She has assaulted me during this episode. Nah, stop trying to get me to calm down now, Lisa.
Don't call it that. Don't minimize it. And Fallon says that's how women and men differ in sales too.
Yes.
We're not used to the pursuit and many no's.
Right.
A lot of times.
And you know what, Fallon? And you're right. And Lisa's right too about that. As a sales coach, if I say to them, it doesn't matter how many people say no. It doesn't matter. that might resonate different with a woman than it would with a man.
Mhm.
Okay, if I say, man, don't even keep score on how many no's, don't even track it, because it doesn't matter. Okay, only matters is the ones that say yes. It's the only ones to keep score on. But that's something that's more easily said than done.
Dr. Deborah says, I'm very particular about my men. That's why I probably don't mind choosing. And LaTanya goes on to say, I've been rejected several times, first in high school. So that's why she doesn't want to put herself out there to be rejected. I get it.
Now, Dr. Deborah, and that makes sense to me too, Dr. Deborah, you are willing to choose now instead of being chosen or have someone else choose. I think it makes more sense for you to choose. I think it makes a lot more sense instead of just making yourself available to someone who just happened to be around you. Their locker was close to yours. They go to the same job. Okay, you ride the same bus. That's not enough.
Hey, Melissa, good morning. Good
Melissa,
morning.
you done missed some stuff. Melissa?
This episode was for you.
Yeah, on your input. But Melissa, we talked about a lot about decluttering, but also I'm going to see if I can get Melissa to fess up. In your life, Melissa, has there ever been a time that you saw a man and you decided that you want some from him and you went and got it?
Thank you, Vernon. Thank you so much. Vernon Debbie says, y'all are too cute. Such a lovely couple. Have a great day, y'all. Thank you. And thank you for joining.
What's up, man? I was looking at your post today, actually, this morning. You have a great day as well, man. Beverly says, Dr. Beverly says, man wasn't built to endure rejection.
Either.
Remember, the first man was given everything. Me being a counselor, I know for a fact that men don't like rejection because in most rejections from women, men tend to say that women are liars because of how they were rejected.
Oh,
I don't know. Would I go with that? Okay. Maybe even if we don't like it, we're still willing to do it. I think we're still willing to do it more so than women. Okay.
LaTanya said, in my single life, I've chosen from the several. I love it. She's laughing.
From the several.
Melissa said, I was on the road this morning and just got back. I'm sorry it was late. We'll catch
It's
the
okay.
replay.
It's okay.
What's the question again? So there's a lot going on today. The topic of the conversation was decluttering, the Americondo Method. But then we went on to having to a woman choosing to have sex with men on the first date.
Yeah, and then we
went down a rabbit hole
of women just picking the man that they want to be with. We've heard women say they don't like being touched just by everybody. That's why they don't mind choosing. I think Dr. Deborah said she wanted to choose like 3 times, maybe.
I'm choosing. I'm deciding. I am deciding, and that's it. That's all I have to say about that. Get it.
It's 9:46. She goes, oh yeah, this is my episode for sure. With decluttering, that is.
Yes, it was supposed to be your decluttering episode for
not just decluttering.
Method. But yeah. The different
and
types
we talked
of
about different types of panties
and
everything. We need more men on the show. I know that for sure. All right, let's go to the top, man. We got to thank our wonderful people with greeting songs and greeting logos. Yeah. If this is your first time here, the show's called Let's Talk About It. Her name is Lisa Santiago McNeill.
And he is Brian K. McNeill.
And together we make up what's called the Empowerment Duo. The Empowerment Duo, this show, we do talk about personal conversations,
business information,
and spiritual
inspiration
with a
little bit of shenanigans thrown in.
That's right. Our expressed ministry as an empowerment duo is economic independence through entrepreneurship. Now, some of you guys have been rocking. This show's been going on since October 2016. Some of you guys have been rocking with us for years. Some of you guys are consistent contributors. And the way we like to thank you folks is with greeting songs or greeting logos. Like, for example, Sister Jacqueline is a consistent contributor to the show. And according to Jacqueline, but she has a song.
Jacqueline Rosie, pretty little girl that I adore. You're the only one my heart beats for. I'm so glad that you are mine.
Yep. Dr. Beverly, and I get it. I knew what you meant the first time you said it, Dr. Beverly. She goes, the cheerleaders that I used to be around, they would say out loud, I'm sleeping with him tonight. 9 years of that, I just thought it was gross. Okay. And they probably didn't say I'm sleeping with him. They probably used another word, a profane word. You must be used to whining and dining and all that spending time in. But I'm blanking you tonight.
I don't know that
You know
song.
that song?
No, I don't. Dr. Beverly has a greeting logo.
Dr. Beverly has a logo that goes, Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly.
And Dr. Dunstan.
Dr. Deborah. Come on. You frozen?
Yes.
You're not frozen. Dr.
Deborah.
Go.
Nonprofit strategist and funding coach.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was frozen. I
For a moment.
was frozen.
Author Letta's here. At this table we sit.
Making it legit.